I feel so stupid. I did all the work last night and I left all this outside. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. And last night I got to tearing apart the cylinder head off the CRX in the dark, although it wasn't late. I was running errands all day, got back, got dark, and just threw you guys on a time lapse. But what I did discover while taking all of this apart, one of it is the head gasket. So what I found out with the head gasket, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the head gasket, you can see in between where my thumb is at, right here and right there, it's silver. And typically when you have a blown head gasket, you lose all that black coating around the head gasket. And right here, because it's silver, I believe it may be leaking combustion or compression through there. And this is the bottom side of the head gasket, so I'm leading to believe that combustion or compression is leaving through this section right here, is actually going into my cooling system. And if you guys can see right there, I have this nice gap that goes into the coolant system, and all three mating sleeves has that gap. The car is on 25 pounds of boost, and I have the issue of, you know, bloating hoses and like misfires up top when I'm in 25 pounds of boost. And I think that it's, I don't know if it's lifting the head, I doubt it is. The head bolts were tight, but I feel like 25 pounds of boost is seeping through that and then getting into the cooling system between the head gasket and the sleeves. Now, I don't know how to go about fixing it, but I have talked to a lot of people about how to go about, you know, situating my problem. The H2B idea is still floating around. It's sitting on the shelf, and I don't want to get into it until I figure out my current situation. If this motor comes out of the car, it probably won't be back in it for a while, and I might have to just throw a stock motor in here just to drive it around. And I need to go to the storage in just a second to go get a few things to keep me busy these next couple of days. But if you guys don't remember, I picked up this Type R motor from the junkyard. So the stuff that I have in the storage is to rebuild that block. And also this Thanksgiving weekend, my cousin is going to be picking up that B18 in the storage as well, and he's going to be rebuilding that with piston and rod setup. So maybe we'll just have a engine learning experience building weekend ahead of us. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. I'm gonna head to the storage and grab all the stuff, and then we'll be back here. Man, I went to the storage trying to figure out where I left my camera. Just got home, and apparently it was sitting on top of the CRX windshield. So I went to the storage to go grab a little more than I had thought. If you guys remembered, a couple months ago I bought some rebuilt stuff for blocks, and this is an 81 mil like ARP piston ring compressor. It's not one of those like winding types. It's one of those you just set on top, make sure it's flat, push it down, and it should just slide right in. So got that, got the flex hone right here. We got all bearings, piston rings, assembly lube, plastic gauge, and right here we have the other main and rod bearings. And then this is the turbo manifold I was talking about. This is going to keep me busy this weekend. It's a Spillin Performance A-spec manifold, discontinued. I don't think he makes this one anymore, but this was one of the first prototype many years ago, before it was actually available in the market, and I have one of them. So this was on the car for like 15 years, cracked, They didn't TIG it, they just MIG'd it, and now that I have it, I wanted to try to clean it up. I'm going to attempt to try to TIG it, make it nice and clean, and I still got to go get filler rod for this type of material and try to make this usable again. So that's that. These are a bunch of like domestic injectors that Hunter Tune uses, and I know he was looking for a bunch of them. I have like 50 plus in here, and also these True Heart spherical low control arms. These are for sale. If you guys seen it on Instagram, my Instagram, I had these up for sale for really cheap, and a lot of flakers. So I brought these just to have it on hand for when I do sell it or need to ship it out. I have it with me. So I don't think there's anything I'm touching as far as like the rest of the motor inside the car until we have a solid game plan. So what I'm going to do right now is it's actually sprinkling, and it's supposed to be raining and thunderstorming tonight or something like that. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to tie up the downpipe, right, get it off the floor, and then I'm going to drop the car on the floor to move the car more forward in, because you know how the CRXs go, rotted out sunroof panel. So I got to pull it in away from you know, the rain dripping down on top of this, because this piled up a bunch of pond in my car, and don't want that issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do that real quick. I actually have a customer's car coming in tomorrow night for Thursday, and it's a EK, I believe, with a K-swap, and I'm building a full exhaust system. So I think that's gonna be a pretty cool task. Wrong timing, but definitely a job I'm willing to take regardless of the fact. Come on, rain, spare me like 5 minutes.
Oh my god, I think I got it. This is so cool.
Damn guys, I've been at this for about 45 minutes now, and we're not even halfway out on the wastegate. So this right here is a half inch like head, and if you can see right there on the wastegate, it's obviously hitting right there, and I can't get a wrench in here, or you know, the back side, and the back half of that bolt is stripped, and it's hard to back that thread out because it's probably messed up on the flange itself as well. So the only way I can get this to be, you know, able to move little increments at a time is what I'm doing is I'm using WD-40 and the torch, spraying it in there and heating it up, and then using a 1/2 inch hand, putting it on top like this, right? And then using another wrench to, how do you do this? Let's see. To give it some lever and turn a little at a time because of the strip threads. Ouch. What I'm actually doing is just trying to take this off and see if I have any tools to kind of get rid of all this non-penetrative MIG. I've tried chiseling it because it didn't look like it was penetrating at all. That didn't work, so I'm probably going to have to use a flap disc in combination with a cutoff disc as well as my Dremel to try to get as much of this booger off as possible and see if I can try to save this manifold. So I'm going to go at it with this a little bit more. Hopefully this comes all the way out, and then what I'm going to do, I'm try to hollow out those threads, and then I'm going to weld a like 12 nut on the back side of it, which this one did have a 12 in the back, so that we can have new threads, and probably use a 12 mil instead, so I can use you know, the closed end of the wrench to loosen and tighten the wastegate down. So yee. This is when you know it wasn't penetrated, whoever did this, because I just did one whack of the chisel and it just came right out. But yeah, you can still see the crack where they try to fill it up and failed to. Here I got it all grind down as much as I could in between here. This line right here, I'm gonna bevel it so that way we can, you know, create a little crater to fill in. And the whole back side right here has been chiseled out. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit more, and the only hard part right now is right there in between that. But I got as much as I could here. I did look up some carbide like burring bits for, you know, the guys who make manifolds and clean out the runners and stuff like that. I looked it up online, and they aren't that expensive. I've been meaning to buy it anyways because I did want to port like manifolds, or if I got an H22, I'll port the intake manifold again like I did my budget CRX. It's a nice tool to have. I'm gonna go at this a little bit more, and if I could get all of the welds off and I can get this manifold clean on the inside and on the outside, maybe I'll weld it tonight, depending if I have a 3/32 tungsten or not. I don't remember if I do, but if I don't, we'll do it tomorrow. No big deal.
Your official holiday drink special? What is it this year? A pumpkin pie martini?
Enjoy live entertainment, festival foods, prizes, and a kid zone for the little ones.
Yo, back in the garage next day. Now, it's been raining all morning, and I'm just barely getting to the garage now, but last night I got carried away. So I started welding the inside of the manifold collector right here, right? Just wanted to fill it out, and then I got carried away. Welded all the way through here, a little bit there, and then to the center of the collector here, right there. So when I got that kind of sorted out, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do the runner as well. So right here, you can see I welded the two runners together right there, looped that around to the other side, and then I went around the whole runner. And I didn't have like 1/16 filler rod. I have 3/32, which is this ginormous guy right here, and I just kind of had that line around. It is 308, 309, and I didn't dab a lot into it. I was actually just sitting here watching the metal melt, and then I dabbed into it. But I got it welded all the way around. Didn't fill in as much as I wanted to. You can see they're big dimes instead of like small ones like these guys over here. And got it welded all the way around. I was focused on, you know, watching it melt and making sure that they were fusing together. No back purge, obviously. Super used manifold. But now all of the cracks are somewhat repaired. So now this manifold is good to use. And we might put it to use soon.
Let's go places.
Experience the world premiere of Luminite, a one-of-a-kind lantern festival suitable for the... It's the final week of Northern California Honda dealers' 14 days of Black Friday event. Come in any day this week for a door-busting deal on...
Ooh, as I was about to start tearing apart this block, I got this big old package just came in. Okay, so this package just showed up. The mailman was like, express mail, but this tag has been gone. So I've been checking the tracking number on this, and it's been like held for clearance in Los Angeles for like a week or two. But it showed up. That's the important thing, and we verified it. I gave him the tracking number. It did come from New Zealand. Big shout out to Scott. He hit me up a couple weeks ago on Facebook and told me like, oh yeah, I was watching your videos and I noticed that I know this guy from somewhere. And then it clicked to him. He came on Facebook, he messaged me, confirmed that's me, that he's watching, and so on. It's funny because like he's been watching for a while and not realizing he has me on the friends list. I bought stuff from him before, a long time ago. This is the guy that I was like asking for parts that we don't get here in America. And you know, I'm gonna link his Facebook in the description below if you guys are looking for like stuff we don't have available here. he said he wanted to send us a package, and I say us because he mentioned that it was for me and I believe my cousin with the 4-door. So we're gonna open this up right now. Mind you guys, I myself do not know what's in this package. What? No idea. Oh. Whoa. Awesome, man. We got a cool lot of things, and I just saw this right now. I thought it was just a piece of cardboard, but it's a note. It says, "Sup brothers, just a quick care package for you and the fam. Nothing crazy rare, but knowing you, I'm sure you will find a use for it. If not, bro, hook your boys up for some positive karma. You will get it back twofolds. Keep that good content coming, bro. I'm sure I speak for us all that we appreciate what you do for the Honda community. From me to the boys at NZ Jap Spares, peace." So thank you, Scott, for all of this, bro. Let me show you guys what we just unfold. Right here we have some CRV, I don't know what you're supposed to call this, like inserts for, I believe, the kick panel when you open the door. And these are, I believe, the back section. And obviously we're gonna slap this into Tyga's car, or Tyga can fight Sun, and they can, you know, whoever wins the paper, scissors, rock, they can have that. We have some EF side markers, and I've been wanting to put this on the CRX for a while because I do have the JDM SIR corners, and it has one bulb instead of two, and the second one is just chilling in the back of the fender. I don't have side markers there. The wagon has side markers here on the original fenders, and I've just been meaning to do that as well too. But now we have a set for the CRX. We also got some H badges without the broken clip because I am missing it on my car. So thank you for that. This right here is for the CRV, and it's like wood grain pattern, but double-sided, like sticky. And this would be dope on Tyga's car because his car is black. Luxury is always like black and wood grain. So I think it kind of like would match. It would be super dope. So this right here is for like the mirror block off for two things. One for like power mirror guys, and two if you have the fender mirrors. These are nice little block offs for that. This right here, bro, I am super stoked. These are SH5 wagon front and rear mud guards, unscraped, super mint, super clean. And these are the front wheel drive model because they have Honda in the back, and the 4-wheel drive model says 4WD. So these are Minto Pinto, bro. I truly appreciate these of all things, man. And the last thing is the rear fog light. If you guys know, like the EFs outside of the United States, most of them come with these in the rear bumper as pairs. And I have my original SH5 rear bumper right here, and you can see there's one rear fog there, one rear fog there. This could be a nice spare. It is also OEM Stanley. I don't think you can install this without the brackets, but you know, if there's a will, there's a way. Thank you, Scott, once again for sending all of this stuff. You didn't have to, but I appreciate you helping the channel, just like everybody else who, you know, stay posted with the content. Anybody who shows some mad love, sending me anything, you know what I mean? Like I told you guys before, anything that comes my way, we'll find a use for them. So again, I'm gonna text all the guys right now that we got all this stuff. So again, thank you, Scott. I truly appreciate it. Okay guys, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to start taking apart this block because tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and then Friday I'm going to hit the yard, and then Saturday we're going to Friendsgiving, build to drive Thanksgiving, and we're going to be building 2 blocks at the same time. So what I've noticed taking this apart is that the B18C on the block is actually a GSR, because we were debating if this was an ITR or GSR, because the dome of the piston looks like the 11-to-1 compression, right? It has a dome on there. But obviously, you know, GSR is like 10-0-1 or something like that, and I don't remember how the dome looks, but you can see right here on the stamp, P72, right here on the rods, P72, and also on the bottom of the pan, which the junkyard destroyed, although I am going to weld it back, it says P72 right here as well, right there. So the block is a B18C GSR block, which, I mean, I'm not even mad about, but it does have the high dome pistons, so maybe somebody did ITR pistons on GSR rods. So right here I have Type R pistons in there, and I have GSR pistons in there, Type R crank. I'm going to take those out, compare the domes, and if that pistons end up being a Type R, win-win. Well, what do you know? P73. That right there, guys, is Type R pistons. And this right here is my cousin's Type R pistons from his HMO B18C Type R block. And you can see the dome looks the same, right? And it's also stamped P73. So that's awesome, guys. We got a JDM B18C GSR block with Type R pistons, and that kind of makes sense why it had the B16 head on it. It's like a poor man's Type R. So yeah, I'm gonna pretty much wrap up this video, guys, and get this all ready for the next video. Hopefully the next video of me and my cousin rebuilding our blocks over Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving weekend. So if you enjoyed today's video, guys, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you guys want to stick around for everything else to come, CRX, wagon, new motor, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.